don't know what you could and couldn't hear from when I was riding.
I'm not really too good at reviews because I don't really know what to say about it, really. The stem is one thing to talk about. Let me get it merged in here. Yeah, the stem, like after... Anyway, just another hill. That was really slippery, actually. Like, really slippery. But we still made it up at like 20 miles an hour.
Or how the audio quality in general was, because I literally had the Rode video mic that I use for every other video right up by my mouth in the helmet. So, just to double down on it, in case you didn't hear what I was saying when I was riding, it's such an easy bike to control. Setup only took like a half hour out the box to get it going. Only thing I have trouble with is my axle bolts. I tightened down everything once, twice. They still just want to come out on me. I don't know if it's my error, ordering the wrong parts, not torquing enough, but that's just something that happens. Right out the box, one of the first things I did with it was unscrew right up here. Unscrewed that, just have it barely threaded in there, just so it looks clean and everything. Because similar to the kickstand safety, the bike has brake safety, so whenever you hit the brake, it cuts throttle. That's annoying when you're trying to do wheelies. I'm not good at wheelies yet. Let me know if you want to see any videos of my learning process. I might actually make another one and post it up today, see how that goes. But yeah, the tires, I mean, I've only put 100 miles on it so far. Every burnout I've done on this bike you've seen in one of my videos, so just go back and watch that to see how long I was holding them. But yeah, my tread is down pretty far, so maybe not the best compound, but for an out-the-box tire, what do you expect? It's plenty good enough. Brakes, they're just fine mountain bike brakes. They were very squeaky for about my first 50 miles. But after that, they kind of eased up a little bit. Now they're not as loud. I'm almost positive they do come with spacers now on this Sur Ron. I thought I'd seen them in the box. I'll go over here and check. Kept all the spare parts over here just to make it easier on myself. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's either just a replacement spacer for the front brake, or if it's like, or if it does extend it out a little bit more for when you put on a bigger rotor, but which I might do pretty soon. And not that I have problem with the thing of the braking on it, just once again simply for aesthetics, just to get everything red and black like I like. So, I didn't talk about the suspension yet. The Sur Ron X, the black edition at least now, I'm almost positive they switched over to a motorcycle spring in the back. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm sure of. But for sure I know that they did go with a motorcycle fork for the front. For on-road use, it's really soft. But for off-road use, it's perfect. It just goes right over everything, really smooth. The only thing that really rusted out in this week really was the pedal kit. But like, I wasn't really using that too much. It just brushes up on my foot a bit, takes the paint off. I haven't dropped it too much, but when I have, nothing really happened. One of my buddies, he was trying to do a wheelie. And he came off. Hopefully I can squeeze in between my car here. But that scratch is the only thing that happened. It like slid along the curb. The peg, of course, got a couple scratches too. Hopefully you guys saw that. But that's all that happened, and he was probably going about 10 miles an hour when he lost that. It was right over the back. Bars dug into the ground. It didn't even twist the bars that time. But even the end of the grips, it was the stock grips he did that on. They didn't get beat up too bad. The brake levers, nothing happened to those all the times I dropped it. Like, not even the scratches really on this bike. Like, I've washed it quite a few times, and all that's just dirt, comes right out. So like, this finish is just really good. Like, the quality of this bike is actually rather impressive, you'd think, because it is a Chinese company. I forgot which one exactly. From what I've heard, they do make like a lot of the bikes for like cities and stuff. So it is a quality brand, and like, it's just overall a good bike. And the reason I chose this over like a Honda Gram or a ZX125, even though they're all around the same price, is one, it's electric, so besides a marginally bigger electric bill, it's cheaper in that way. Electric motors and stuff like that, like, there's not as much to them as a combustion motor, so it's way easier to maintain. And this bike is waterproof from the factory, as you could tell by how hard I was riding it. So like, I just hose it down just like I do my car or anything else. And then it's also cheaper in maintenance, being that it's mountain bike brakes, so like, you don't gotta spend as much as you would on motorcycle brakes. I don't really know the prices of all these things yet. I might put it in the video. I'll probably be too lazy editing, but you can look it up. It's really cheap for mountain bike brakes compared to motorcycle brakes, so it just all around is cheaper. And you could find dirt bike tires for this too, which will make it better. That's what I'll probably do, get some dual sports, and then that should make the ride better. Just give me more grip when I'm on road. I'll be more confident, leaning the bike more with dual sports on road, at least. Off road, I just hit it at whatever angle you want. But I didn't really do too much setup out of the box besides what's required, and it just rips just fine. So hopefully I gave you a good enough overview of this. Once again, I'm not sure if you heard me when I was in the helmet, but I've never done one of these reviews before, so hopefully I gave you the information you wanted. And if you want to know anything more, just put it in the comments. I'll get back to you usually pretty quick. A common question I get is about the shipping, and I counted about 13 days from California to here in Illinois. So it really didn't take long at all to ship, and that was FedEx. They put it on one of them 30-foot trucks. So it was like a semi and trailer that did pull into the cul-de-sac, as you might have seen in the unboxing video. But it was very easy to get off there and get assembled. Other than that, that's all I have for you. Just in case I didn't get a thumbnail when I was in the field, I'll do that now. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Hey, you gotta change up the angle a little bit. Do different things. Alright. After editing, I realized I never said what I was gonna say about the stem. This quality is gonna be trash because it's straight off the iPad. But what I was gonna say about the stem was the stock one, when you drop it, they'd twist real bad. And if you tighten it up, they'd pinch in worse than this stem does. So it's just kind of cheaply made. Like, this stem, the only reason it's bending like that is because I torqued it down so much because I know it's a problem with the bars twisting. But with this cheap stem, I traded it with my buddy. He said it wasn't too expensive, but that's enough to really fix it. Now if it falls, you gotta drop it pretty hard to get it twisted. But before, like, you just drop it in a Like my buddy, I let him ride it. He tried turning, he fucking fell. Bars twisted pretty far. But with this stem, like you can drop it from a wheelie and bars will just be a little cockeyed. So that's what I was gonna say.